The She's Crafty podcast is sponsored by Barbacoa Apparel. Barbacoa Apparel is a San Antonio-based independent clothing line that caters to Texans and Texans at heart. To buy your Barbacoa Apparel and to find out which events they'll be at next, go to barbacoaapparel.com. This episode of the She's Crafty podcast is brought to you by RGD Designs, helping keep our beer nuts crafty through graphic design, tech tutorials, and more. Head on over to rgddesigns.com and tell them you heard about them from She's Crafty. You're listening to the She's Crafty podcast, a comedy and craft beer podcast taped in San Antonio, Texas, home of the Alamo, breakfast tacos, and the best craft beer in the Lone Star State.
Shut up and sit down.
And I'm super excited because I'm here with Pinata Protest. What's up, guys?
Hey, thanks for having us.
Of course. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Sure, I'm Jose Morales. I play lead guitar.
I'm Alvaro del Norte. I play lead accordion.
Do you want to tell the listeners what you guys are drinking? Do you remember?
I'm drinking...
the Ranger Creek Love Struck, I think, right?
Yeah, Love Struck,
and you liked it, right? You said you really liked it?
Of course, it's good. Hefe.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Freetail.
Are you? You don't. It doesn't matter. Is it delicious?
Yes, it
That's
is.
all that fucking matters. That's all that matters.
Everything Freetail makes is delicious.
Everything, right?
Actually, I'm not just saying that because there's Pinata Protest Beer by Freetail.
Delicious, which is why you guys are here today. Because what's more fucking amazing than having a beer named after you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's surreal.
So this is the second release, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
So this is the second year. I had it the other day. I had not had it before.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
Yes. And the thing that I like about it is it's like a little spicy, and it's got all those really great, like that chamoy flavor in it, which I really, really love. And I have a friend that uses it to cook pork shoulder in.
Oh, wow.
And he says it's the most delicious thing he's ever eaten.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. You
guys should try that.
You should try it on michelada, too. It's pretty good.
Is
when you
it?
make micheladas.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
Oh, gosh.
It makes a perfect michelada.
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
does,
just mix a little bit of lime, some spice on it,
Nice.
put some ice on it. And
Yeah.
perfect.
So how do you get your own beer? How does that even happen?
Well, Scott, the owner, he's a big punk rock fan. He's a punk rocker, and honestly, he said that he was a fan of the band, and he said, "Hey, why not have beer after you guys?" You know, and that's how it happened. So,
And here you are.
Yeah.
With an awesome can, by the way. Like, that can is badass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing is amazing.
Made by Alicia, right? One of the graphic artists.
They're graphic artists
Yeah,
for Freetail, yeah. So you guys, speaking of beer and being drunk, have you guys done any fiesta events? No.
You know what?
Raining a lot lately.
It's been hopefully soon. You know, I moved here last year and I didn't get a chance to go last year, but that's my goal this year. I heard on Thursday that it should be a good one. There, it's like some sort of carnival or something on Thursday. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to checking it out on Thursday. So
awesome. You done any fiesta events, Alvaro?
I haven't actually.
Yeah. Are you gonna? Think you're gonna do any, or probably not?
I love fiesta. I really do.
Yeah.
And I have a little fiesta story.
Oh, tell us.
And it's pretty much kind of like I feel contributed to the band becoming what it is. So when I was little, like when I was like 8, my parents used to take me to fiesta, year after year, and I used to hate going because it was crowded, because I hated the music. I didn't like Tejano when I was little.
Right.
But I did notice something very interesting, and it stayed with me. I remember seeing the Tejano bands playing, and I would stand right next to the subwoofer, and the bass just rumbling through my body, and feeling that pulse, and then watching the crowd of dancers, you know, move around together to the music, and it looked like what is now like a mosh pit, but in slow motion.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a big mess of people just moving about and people being drunk.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, that little moment right there kind of told me, like, wow, music is a very powerful thing, and it really makes people move and makes people very, very happy. And in a way, I kind of wanted to recreate that moment, you know, through this band. And, you know, I think a lot of ways we have. And
I think you definitely have. I love that. I love that because I was born in San Antonio. It's my city. There's no place on earth that I love more than San Antonio. But I did move away for a little bit when I was young. We moved to Katy, Texas, which is right outside of Houston.
Yeah.
And the whole time we lived there, it was about 10 years, I missed San Antonio so much. My father loved Tejano music. He would get up and make carne guisada in the morning for us. We couldn't get that, you know, there. And just missed so much about the city and the flavor of the city. And I think that you guys are a perfect representation of our city.
Oh, wow.
Because it's like this really amazing kind of mesh of Tejano, but then you also have all this punk, which is so big right now. It's coming up right now in San Antonio, and a part of San Antonio that a lot of people don't know about or haven't tapped into yet. But I just think it's a beautiful marriage of like our city and a great representation of who we are.
yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was so excited to have you guys on, because I just love your music and I love my city. And I think
Oh,
it's all,
well, thank you so much.
That's why we do this podcast too, because we love the city and we want to highlight it and the beer and the people. You know, like what else is there?
Beer, rock and roll.
Yeah, very rock and roll. That's right. We're getting there. Also, I'm with a company called Barbacoa Apparel. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of us, but we're a t-shirt company.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We make like the bean and cheese shirt and the carne guisada and all of that. And I brought some shirts for you guys today to
Oh,
take
nice.
home. So
Thank
we're
you.
super excited. But yeah, because we love Barbacoa Apparel does Pinata Protest too, so we wanted to give you guys
Oh, wow. Awesome.
some of that
Thank
before
you.
you leave.
Wow,
Of course.
thanks.
It's my pleasure. We're excited to have you. I did want to play a little game with you.
Okay.
If you guys wanted to play a game with
Let's
me.
do it.
Okay.
Sure.
It's called 30 Questions, 5 Minutes, 1 Beer. Okay?
All right.
So the object of the game is to drink your beer in 5 minutes and answer 30 questions. And they're just random questions, and they don't mean they're just for fun. It's
Okay,
not
yeah.
serious. You're not gonna lose your job over it.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I just quit my last job, so.
Sounds
Perfect.
sounds like a psychological assessment, honestly.
It is. It's basically I
that's
just
it,
want to
yeah.
get way deep into your brain and
I think
Psychologically.
this is what it really is.
Yeah. Can't you just tell by looking at me that that's exactly what I am?
I had plenty of psychological major ex-girlfriends.
Oh, God. We should have some of them.
Yeah.
That would have been
They would analyze me. Like, anyway.
Perfect. Okay, you guys ready?
All
I'm
right.
gonna start the timer.
Okay.
Here we
Let's go.
go. Okay, front to back or back to front?
Front to back.
Front to back.
Bottle, can, or draft?
Draft.
Draft.
Carne guisada or bean and cheese?
Bean and cheese.
Bean and cheese.
Top or bottom?
Top.
Bottom.
Eat it or smoke it?
Smoke it.
Smoke it.
Lannisters or Stark?
I don't know what those are.
It's a Game of Thrones question. You guys don't watch it.
Oh, man.
All right, that's my one nerdy question.
Okay.
Kanye or Trump, 2016?
Fuck. None of the above.
God.
None of the above.
Suicide. Is that?
What do you put on your hot dog?
Relish, mustard, mayo, and
Oh, shit,
ketchup.
that's quite a hot dog. What do you put on your hot dog?
Everything he
Ba-
said.
bacon.
Times 2.
Times two. Nice.
Bacon.
Drink. Sing 5 seconds of your favorite karaoke song.
I don't practice Santeria.
I don't practice.
You guys did a lot of hot dog and karaoke together, huh? Are gingers inherently evil?
I used to date one. So,
So
yes.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, me too.
Perfect.
When I lived in Laredo.
Your,
2 of them, actually.
your favorite shitty beer?
Schlitz. Schaefer beer.
You know what? Rolling Rock. Actually, I like it. I love
That's
it.
fine, that works. Selena or J-Lo?
Selena.
What's your favorite beer of all time?
Blue Moon. Or Hefe.
Actually, I'm very partial to Pinata Protest beer.
That makes sense. Jocks or nerds?
Nerds.
Age of first beer?
I was 14. Oh, no, wait. My dad gave me one when I was a kid. I was 11 or 10. Schlitz.
Nice. You had your first Schlitz when you were 11 or 10.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
19 wine coolers.
Oh, nice. I had a fake idea. I used to get into the White Rabbit, to listen to the bands, and just drink wine coolers.
Oh, wow, wine cooler.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
None of the above.
Backstreet Boys.
Hell yeah. Martinis, gin, or vodka?
Vodka.
Martini. Oh, yeah.
Bruce or Caitlin?
Depends.
Depends on how drunk you are.
Yeah. None of the above.
Bruce.
Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
Yee. Biggie.
Get rid of one Texas city, just blow it up. To save the rest of Texas.
I love Texas. I wouldn't talk crap about
Nobody?
it. So.
Lubbock, Texas.
All right. Batman versus Superman. Who wins?
Batman.
That doesn't make sense, but I have to go with Batman just because he's like an underdog.
Yeah.
Even though he's rich.
The Dark Knight, right? It's a zombie apocalypse. Do you fight or do you hide?
Hide.
I hide.
I'm with you guys. I'm
Best thing to do.
hiding with Pinata Protest. Bud Light, Miller Lite, or a slow, painful death?
Miller Lite.
All the above.
All of it. If you could share a beer with anyone, who would it be?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
I'd say Jose Morales.
Hey, oh, shut up. Shut up, fool.
Hey.
Yeah, right.
You guys eat hot dogs together.
Yeah.
Share beer
We're going to go get some
together.
after this.
Yeah. Choose one superpower.
X-ray vision.
Talent to play the accordion.
Oh, we already have that superpower. When it comes to beer, do you prefer quality or quantity?
Quantity over quality.
Quality.
Blondes or brunettes?
Well, I have both, so I say both. I had a
In case my
blonde.
mom is listening.
I had a blonde for 7 years, so
Did you? Was she naturally blonde or she was
naturally blonde. Yeah,
least favorite Spice Girl?
posh.
Ginger Spice. We went over this already.
That's right. She's evil, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Okay, that's it. You guys are done. Now just say we're Pinata Protest and listen to the She's Crafty podcast.
We're Pinata Protest, and you're listening to She's Crafty podcast.
You guys, you did great. Oh, finish your beer. You have to finish your beer.
We're trying.
They got a little left. They still have more beer left.
This is not a chugging beer.
It's not a chugging beer. I should have warned you ahead of time.
This is a enjoy
Enjoy it slowly and yeah.
over a great conversation.
Right. Oh, there's the alarm.
No mames, güey, soy vato bien perrón. A los chingones les canto esta canción. I'm in a gang, I also do voodoo. I am mojado y qué voy a say to you.
The She's Crafty podcast has only one mission, and that is to dominate this planet with a love of craft beer and comedy. You can help us do that by going to iTunes and rating, reviewing, and subscribing to the She's Crafty podcast. The more people that do that, the higher our rankings will get in iTunes, and the more people will listen to us. The more people that listen to us, the more badass fucking episodes we can put out every week. So go to iTunes and rate, review, and subscribe to the She's Crafty podcast. Sometimes we feel really tech stupid. Or maybe we just drink too much. But it's difficult to drink a beer and create amazing graphics for the She's Crafty podcast. It's really hard to figure out our new smartphones and still consume our favorite IPAs. So when we need help, we turn to Willie D at RGD Designs. RGD Designs is our favorite resource for just about everything from graphics to tech tutorials and reviews. Check out his YouTube channel before you dive into your next technological device. Go to his website at rgddesigns.com to see examples of his awesome graphic design work. Don't put down that beer. Just leave it up to Willie D at RGD Designs. You can find Willie D on YouTube and at his website, rgddesigns.com.
Cheers right there.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I like that. So tell me what you guys have coming up here. I saw somewhere that you guys are on a tour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing April 22nd at the Comic Con with where is it at? Alamo? With
Alamo Music Hall.
yeah, we're playing with Fea, our local band, MDI, Mariachis del Infierno, and Slick Dickens.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct.
And April 23rd, we're playing in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
And then at the, I forgot where exactly, but it's on the page, Pinata Protest band.com. And then on the 25th, we're actually playing in Miami. They're flying us out to play at the Latin Billboard Music
Are you guys
Conference.
excited about that? Have you been to Miami before?
Yeah, we did last year, right? Around October.
Yeah, we were on tour with Voodoo Glow Skulls. But yeah, we're going back for the Latin Billboard
Music Conference.
And-
That should
and
be interesting.
I want to meet Pitbull.
Yeah, you do? What are you going to say to him? No, you don't care.
What am I going to tell him?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought you said Daddy
You walk
Yankee,
up to him and
right?
you go like, you know who I am, right?
You said Daddy Yankee, right, dude? Come on.
I'm very out of touch with mainstream music,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what are some of y'all's favorite San Antonio bands or local?
Lost Prophet. I like Los Nahuatlos. I like Nahuatlos. I like Fea. I like the Hairs. Gornacoma. Pinata Protest, of course.
I like No Way Jose.
Shut up, fool.
Is that your solo, your one-man act?
Yeah, that's my
Side band.
my set band I've had since like
Nice.
2001, but
Okay.
nothing really ever happened with it. It's kind of the same thing like Tex-Mex punk.
Yeah.
It started back in 2001, but
Awesome.
No, it's actually a really good band. Like,
Never-
really, really good.
nah, it's all right.
Actually,
I'll
no,
look it up.
for real. Like, No Way Jose, I was a fan many, many years ago, and they came to tour in San Antonio, and I got to meet Jose way back then, like, 8 years ago?
Yeah, like
Right?
in 07, yeah.
Yeah. And, anyways, I was a fan of the band. I was like, man, this guy is a great songwriter, great singer, cool style, Actually, to be honest with you, I was like, man, I would love this guy to be in my band one day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, things worked out,
Here he is.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Yeah, here I
Drinking
am.
beer next to me.
Here I am, the one that I love.
But I would like to
So
say,
romantic.
but I would like to say, we live together, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah.
I bet you
We
got
do.
those hot dogs and stuff, right?
We do.
Yeah.
I would like to say that some of my favorite San Antonio bands, just because I love them very much, and I think people should listen to them because they're very, very great. My number one is Grupo Fracaso. Grupo Fracaso.
Okay.
They're like, in a lot of ways, they're kind of doing what we're doing. They're mixing traditional stuff with punk rock. but they're mixing cumbia.
Oh, nice.
Right, and a little bit, maybe you say reggaeton, you know?
No, it's more like kind of like that tribal kind of music kind of going on, but like it's not traditional cumbia. It's more of like a rock kind of punk rock kind of cumbia stuff. It's not you'll hear the traditional but the way they sing it's more like it's got that punk rock kind of feel, but it's easy listening and it's a lot of fun. Actually, I like them too. I forgot to mention the Grupo Fracaso and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and you can dance and have a good time.
They mix it up.
Yeah,
they mix up a more traditional sound with punk rock and
with a synthesizer.
They're a great band.
Yeah, and
Fun band.
It's synthesizer bass and timbales. So it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. You should check them out sometime.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Are you guys gonna be at Echele this year?
Huh?
No. When is
Actually,
it
no.
happening?
I think that in Austin, I think it ended. I think actually the Echele festival.
They made it into a music conference. They were having issues.
From what I've heard, I think it ended up being something else, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be a festival. It's going to be a series of shows now because they can't hold it at the festival grounds anymore due to noise ordinance and other stuff.
Of course, Austin.
And also because some other stuff. But we did do it like a few years back, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was great. But, you know, Austin was fun. We're actually going to be in Austin pretty soon.
May 20th at the Sahara Lounge.
With No Way Jose.
Yeah,
Nice.
whatever. It's all right.
Come on, Wayne.
We're all right.
Come on.
I like it. That's awesome. Do you guys have opinions about this, like Austin versus San Antonio taco war?
You know what,
Oh,
Austin
man.
versus I like San Antonio.
Yeah.
San Antonio really spoils me because when I lived in California, I couldn't get that nice, juicy, medium rare meat. You know, it was all overcooked.
Yeah.
It was not overcooked, but pre-cooked. And I always missed the barbacoa, the medium rare barbecue. So me and this friend of mine actually had to drive about 45 minutes to this place called Next Taste of Texas in West Covina to go eat Tex-Mex food.
Oh, nice.
And actually Selena went to go eat there. And that's how me and my friend, who was from Texas, from El Paso, that's how we would treat ourselves. Drive 45 minutes and eat. And I think the last time we went there was in 2014 and it closed down.
Really?
So we were really bummed out. But
Yeah.
it worked out for me because I ended up moving here in December 2014. So my first actual plate here was a fideo with chile con carne and beans. Oh, man. But San Antonio has a lot of great food here. As far as Austin, I have yet to try their Mexican food there. So
Yeah, that's when this whole like taco thing blew up. I was like, I don't think I've ever had a breakfast taco.
yeah. And in Austin,
Antonio.
I think in Austin I've had like pizza and hot dogs and all this sort of stuff.
I ate ramen there. A lot
Yeah.
of, like things like that I can't.
Yeah, and San Antonio spoils me with like a lot of great food. You know, like it's like they offer you the handmade flour tortillas and corn. You're like, what the hell? Like, you know, it's unheard of. And I just love the food here, and I have plenty of food comas.
I think Austin's measuring stick for a taco is Torchy's Taco.
Right.
Whereas San Antonio's measuring stick for a taco is some random taqueria on the west side.
Right. It's different.
Yeah, it's really small and still, you know, owned by the mom and dad, you know.
It's more grassroots, I guess.
Yeah, it's not a glamorous taco.
Yeah. It's like you can get like like 4 tacos for like $5, and then you go to Austin, it's like $9 for 4 overpriced tacos, and you know it doesn't taste the same.
Do you guys have a favorite taco spot that you like to go to?
Oh yes, at the Amp Room. I forgot the name of the place, but it's right there at the Amp Room. My favorites were the Abuelo took me there next to Hard Buddies.
On a date.
Oh, the Hard Bodies Trunk.
Yeah.
That's the only place to go.
Yeah,
And
that-
now, you know, they started I'm so excited about it. Can you tell? They started opening up for lunch now.
Oh, what the hell, really?
I know, because I'm old and I don't
Yeah.
like, I'm not up at 11.
The frijoles borrachos are awesome.
amazed.
Actually, after this, we should go get tacos there.
They're delicious.
I'm
right?
down.
Look at that bowl of borracho beans.
Ah.
Oh, it's the best.
I could go there right now.
Nah, it's so good.
You know what?
I need to sober up.
And you get to stand in line with the fucking strippers. What else
Ah,
is
of
it?
course,
We're
yeah.
all glittery and shit and saying weird stuff.
Yeah. I mean, me and Alvaro, we've actually busked there before, right, Alvaro?
Yeah.
Have we?
I was gonna say that. Yeah, we actually one thing we would do is we would go busking.
And
Myself, Jose. Sometimes
What
our
is busking? I don't know what that is.
busking, pretty much playing in the streets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
for
Our
change.
Yeah.
spare change.
For So what we'd do is right at 2:00 when the bars empty out, people, they head towards that taco truck for sure, and everybody's feeling really good. And they're standing in line, and there's a bunch of people just huddled around the taco truck, eating or waiting.
And we
to
show
order.
up. We show up.
We show up out of nowhere, guerrilla style, and we just start playing. And we start off with like tragos amargos or something, and then we start playing, and everybody turns around, and everybody's like, starts screaming, doing gritos.
And we get plenty of tips.
People start dancing. Yeah, they tip us mad, like $20. I don't think these people realize sometimes.
They're drunk.
And we made like one night we made like $80, I think.
Oh yeah, like 15, 20 minutes.
$80
That's it, like-
tops, $40 each.
You think those strippers do well?
Right.
Hey,
Pinata Protest.
Pinata Protest doing
It was
better.
hated.
Yeah.
they're getting jealous.
I wouldn't mind stripping at Hard Buddies, Gordito nights on Wednesday.
We should.
On Wednesday,
come out,
Do it.
Gordit-
Yeah,
come out with
get
our
an
instruments.
Gordito nights on Wednesday nights,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
I'll go.
Yeah, let's-
All right, I'm down.
Yeah. So
I'm
bring
down.
all your small bills, ladies.
No pun intended.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are going to go on tour. If people want to find your music, where do they go?
PinataProtestBand.com, or we have all the links there pretty much.
Yeah, we're all over the internet. We're all over YouTube, Spotify,
Instagram.
Pandora,
Instagram, Spotify.
iTunes.
So pretty much go to google.com
Abuela's house.
and enter Pinata Protest, and you'll see a variety of selections. But for now, I think we have Twitter too as well. So a lot of Twitter fans,
Yeah,
Facebook,
we're on
Instagram.
Are you guys pretty active? Who does your social media? Do you guys do it? Or
Mostly Alvaro, and I'll work on the website.
Yeah.
I'll edit the
It's
website.
like a full-time job, right?
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
is. Yeah, like at the beginning, you're like really like, yeah, this is awesome. I can
Yeah.
do this, and then after a couple months, you're like, oh,
A lot of
the
promotion.
worst job ever.
Yeah, my data all gets wasted on just
Yeah.
all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Dude, but you get
Don't
free.
start, don't
Don't
you get
start.
you get
Don't
free
start.
internet from our neighbors. So he steals
well,
internet from
You gotta do
downstairs.
what you gotta
yeah.
do,
Well,
man.
when I'm not at home stealing internet,
Yeah.
I have to use my data.
But pretty much our free internet will become obsolete because our neighbor will partner up with me to pay.
now you tell me during the podcast. Now you tell me. Thank
to
you.
pay for
Thanks for telling me.
some extra speed now with Time
Thanks-
Warner
thanks
cable
for telling me.
versus ADSL, which was after a modem, ADSL and DSL, which is really old.
We're gonna have to talk after this. I'm sorry.
Right here.
I
Some
like
house
getting my
cleaning.
free internet, and
Just
now
all
Now you're
right.
gonna have to
the only
pay
reason
for
you're
it.
getting Richie to do that is because you want help paying for it.
Of course,
That's it. That's really what it comes down to.
well, versus
Don't
paying
edit
40
that out.
No, I'm leaving it.
versus paying 46. I'd rather pay half, like $20-some. So, I mean, I'm not gonna charge you, but hey.
I mean, yeah, if you don't charge me, I'm cool.
Well, if he's doing all the social media,
Yeah, of course, so.
give him a pass.
Free. I'll give you a free
Yeah,
pass.
It's for the
It's hard
band.
work. man.
Yeah, but I'll charge our bass player $20.
Oh, is your neighbor's your bass player?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, okay, of
We all,
course.
yeah. We live in
we live
in a I want to call it like a
Frightplex.
like a Fright Night. It's kind of like a Adams Family type of house. Supposedly it used
Is it
to be.
haunted?
Supposedly it used to be an old funeral home, but so far we haven't seen anything.
You might live in an old funeral home.
Yes, but we haven't seen anything. The only reason why the house moves, I think, is because it doesn't have the actual bars that go through the building to protect. Like in California, there's earthquakes, so they usually have bars to kind of
Okay.
help it.
You think that's why you haven't seen any spirits?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that my neighbor told me that the house shakes at night when you're in your bed, and I've seen it, but
I
they
think
don't.
Jose, we're gonna have to have that talk about the birds and the bees, sir.
But there's only
Explain the shaking going
really
on.
weird.
the shaking of the house. I think only happens
I
when
don't know what it is.
when somebody's doing dirty stuff in their bedroom. That's the only time it shakes, and the house really shakes, and I get nauseous. Aloro, thank you.
Hey, man.
It's
Take care of
hardcore.
business.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
But it looks like an Addams Family type of house. It's a 1-4. Well, we live upstairs, so it's what 3-bedroom house,
Okay.
and downstairs is 2 bedrooms. So our neighbor lives like right downstairs, our bass player,
Okay.
and we
You guys
see
all get along in there?
pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like being in a relationship, but you know.
So when you say you're stealing the internet, it's not like
Oh,
stealing
yeah.
from your friend.
Stealing from your bass
Well,
player.
Well, we're, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
freeloader, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
It's not like
freeloading.
you're going in there and like hacking
Yeah.
into other people's.
No,
like, networks.
well, I'm paying for cable, so I mean, cable is
Well,
way
That was
faster.
your choice because you want to have Netflix and all that stuff. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, but cable's way faster than
Netflix is pretty awesome though. Are you guys watching anything awesome on Netflix? Right now?
I was watching American Horror Stories.
Okay,
Orange is the New Black.
that's perfect. I love that.
Yeah.
I was really honestly just watching a bunch of documentaries,
Yeah.
Yeah.
old Family Guy episodes.
Yeah,
I watch
yeah.
I watch a lot of documentaries too. So
Yeah. So okay. So people can follow you on Instagram, Twitter,
Facebook.
right? You got a Facebook,
Uh-huh.
and they need to come out to your shows.
Yeah.
Right? Support local music. Follow you to Austin or Miami or wherever you guys are gonna be. Right? We have listeners in Miami. So
Miami. Yeah.
Awesome,
Come
yeah.
out. Yeah.
We'll be there at the
Pinata
Ritz,
Protest?
April 25th. And then also we're playing in Austin, May the 20th.
Yeah. With
That's
No Way
a-
Jose.
That's Sahara Lounge.
No Way Jose. Do you have a T-shirt that says No Way Jose on it?
We do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I need a No Way
I'll-
Jose.
I'll
t-shirt.
give you one, yeah.
Okay.
It's a really cool one too because it has the wrong way sign or
Nice.
one way sign.
Yeah.
I ran out of those. So.
You should totally reprint them. That was my
okay.
favorite.
That's awesome.
That's an old shirt.
You guys have merchandise too, I'm sure, right? Pinata Protest.
Pinata
yeah.
Protest, yes.
Yeah, even on the website, there's merch
People
available.
can
So
go.
yeah.
So pinataprotestband.com, we have pretty much our stores on there, our online store. If they want to buy music, they can check out Amazon, Spotify, iTunes.
yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow, this beer really kicked in.
Perfect. Oh, do you want to go some more or you're okay?
Man, I'm such a lightweight, I will admit.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for being on the show.
Sure, a
And
pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
appreciate
We
it,
had a
of
good
course.
time.
Thanks.
It's a great time. Thank you.
That's it for another episode. I hope you fucking enjoyed it. Do me a favor, go to Twitter and Instagram and follow us at She's Crafty Pod. Go to our Facebook page, She's Crafty Podcast, and like that shit. Be sure to follow us there. Also, if you like funny blogs and you want to catch up on all your favorite She's Crafty episodes and you want to buy some fucking awesome and hilarious craft beer merchandise, go to our website, shescraftypodcast.com. Peace out, beer nuts.
Tomorrow will regret today. The blurry, the hazy, the gray. Tonight let's just drink, we sing songs, we'll be kings. Tomorrow we'll regret today. Wicked, we've been all night long. Wicked, I'm singing this song. Well, the light from the moon was shut down for a while, just waiting to show us the way. Rumble and stumble and glow. Thoughts are becoming verbose. While we dream and we scheme and we scream and we fiend, a cigarette fulfills a need. Poets The thoughts are becoming verbal.